Okay, so let's get right into this tutorial. First, I'm starting by priming my eyelids with this Bare Minerals Original Liquid Mineral Concealer. So this is in the shade Fair 1W, and I'm just placing that on my eyelids and patting it out with my fingertips. Then I'm going to be going into this ColourPop Feelin Bubbly palette. This is one of their newest palettes and it is so beautiful. It is a nude lover's dream, so I'm going to be going in with a fluffy blending brush into this beautiful rosy matte nude shade called Blank Slate. I'm just going to buff that out into the crease. I'm really making sure to blend very high up on the lid there just to make sure that we really do see that beautiful wash of rosy nude shade coming through. Then I'm going to go back into the palette into this beautiful, rich, dark chocolate matte brown shade called Get a Grape. And I'm going to be using the ColourPop E7 brush. This is a really nice, dense brush here, so it's going to really help pack in that beautiful, rich, dark color and be a little bit more precise with it. As you can see, I'm just blending that towards the outer corner. I'm almost creating a cat eye effect, but then I'm going to kind of blend it out a little bit with that same blending brush that we used in the beginning with that lighter rosy shade, just to make sure everything is blended nicely and seamlessly. So I'm using this ColourPop. This is just a jelly mud shadow, and I'm just going to use the lid because it is rounded, and I actually saw this technique on TikTok a lot, so they actually use an eyelash curler, but I did not have one or I could not find one, so I decided to just try it out with this rounded top lid here, and I'm using that same Bare Minerals concealer. So I'm just placing that concealer onto my hand, and then I'm using the top of the lid to stamp it onto that concealer, and that will help create a really nice line and guideline for that cut crease, just to make it go a little bit faster. And this was my first time trying it, so as you can see, I kind of had to press a couple of times to get the thickness and the direction that I wanted, but of course, practice makes perfect, and it really does help save a lot of time. So then I'm going to use this flat concealer brush here with the rest of the concealer and just kind of fill in the line and make sure that everything is pretty seamless and filled in. Now I'm going to go in with this NYX glitter primer, and I'm just going to place that primer onto the lid where we have that cut crease defined, and I'm just blending it out with a flat concealer brush there. And then I'm going back into that ColourPop palette into this beautiful golden yellowy champagne metallic shade in the palette called Zesty. And I'm just going to pack on that beautiful yellowy golden metallic shade onto the lid where we have the cut crease defined. Now I'm going back in with that rich dark chocolate brown in the palette called Get a Grip, and I'm just deepening up the outer corner furthermore just to really define it. Then using some more of that Bare Minerals concealer, I'm just taking a flat concealer brush and I'm carving out the outer corner of the eye to really clean it up. And as you guys can see, it just cleans up the whole eyeshadow look and makes everything look much more put together and just seamless. Now I'm going to go in with this Pixie Black Liner Duo, and I'm going to be using the felt tip liner side, and I'm going to create a simple cat eye using this Pixie eyeliner. I'm also taking that eyeliner on the inner corner because it's really going to elongate the eyes and make them look much more almond shaped. Then going in with a smaller pencil brush, I'm going to go back into that shade that we used in the very beginning called a Blank Slate, and I'm going to take that shade and buff it out on the lower lash line. Then I'm going to go back into that beautiful, rich, dark chocolate brown shade in the palette, and I'm going to use an angled liner brush and just deepen up the lower lash line with that brown shade, focusing more towards the outer corner. I'm going to use this beautiful rich brown shade from Maybelline. This is their Tattoo Studio Smoky Gel Pencil in the shade called 40 Smoky Brown, and I'm going to line the waterline with that shade. Next, I'm going to use some mascara. I'm going to use the ColourPop Act Natural Defining Mascara in the shade Black, and I'm going to place it on the top and bottom of my lashes. And I have half of a lash here that I cut myself, and I'm going to place that lash on the outer corner of my eyes, and I'm going to use the House of Lashes transparent lash glue for that. That is really going to accentuate the cat eye that we have. And then that is the completed look. So I hope you guys like this tutorial and this kind of different stamping technique that I've been seeing around online. So if anyone knows who the original person who kind of invented it or created this kind of stamping cut crease effect, please let me know in the comment section. But if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!